Hi, I'm Danielle, and today's day 43 of my 100-day video blog challenge. I am glad to have you here. Today was a very weird day. It was bad weather here in New York. It was very rainy, and for the first time, it's starting to feel like fall now. So it's in the mid 60s or low 70s. And I think energetically it just affected a lot of people because throughout the day people were coming in and out of the shop, and there was almost a tone of melancholy or seriousness or heaviness to the overall behaviors and demeanors of people that came into the shop, which is not the usual lightheartedness or it felt heavier today. And while I felt great, and I'm actually feeling a lot better from getting over my cold, it was so odd. In the middle of the day, I had this wave of energetic deja vu that it just felt like I was placed back in a moment that happened to me over 6 months ago. And in that moment, I felt like I was at the experience, which was a very sad experience. And in a moment, I was right back there. And it was really weird because as a Reiki master, I was reminded firsthand, we are all energy, and we store our emotions inside our bodies because we're energetic beings. So we store physical healing and scars, emotional healing and scars, energetic and spiritual and mental. All of it's all related. And as energetic beings, we store all of that at the cellular level within ourselves. And unless we actually are able to release it, it can be triggered like that. So for example, if you are in a car accident and it was very traumatic and very sudden, you can heal from it. You can get better, and then maybe 20 years from then, you'll be passing down the same street and maybe get a jolt, and in a moment, you'll be brought right back to that moment. It's because it's still stored within us energetically. And that's what happened to me today. I was just standing behind the counter, and a song came on, and a moment came over me, and an emotion, and it just filled me with a replay of exactly where I was at that time, at that moment. All the feelings, all the sentiments, everything emotionally just came right back to me, and I found myself in tears. And it was so weird because there was no prompting. Totally out of left field. And that's what happens as human beings. We go through life experiences, and we suffer through different experiences or traumas or accidents or surgeries or moments of heartbreak or moments of loss. But then equally happy and joyous moments where you can feel your absolute best in the most joyous and the most momentous occasions, or just where you feel most free or most happy. You can also be brought back. So what Reiki does is it's energy healing, and using a series of hand positions and healing modalities, which is energy healing through the hands into the body of the patient. It helps release any stored energies that no longer serve us, that are from the past. So it could be energetic scarring. It could be past traumas that we're carrying that we've never quite healed. Because anything that is not resolved within us, ultimately it will come out. It will manifest, which is why it's so easy to get triggered. Because it's still in there. It still has to come out. It always has to come out. It will always be revealed, ultimately. And if not, that's when it rears its ugly head and people suffer from depression or anxiety because they're trying to keep it hidden deep down within and then create walls to protect that deep, dark secret that you're carrying around, or that pain or that heaviness or that trauma or that burden of whatever happened in the past. And it needs to be released in order to heal, and then nourished and nurtured. So what Reiki does is it helps your body release all that does not serve us, and then replenish it and restore it with healing, universal life force energy. Because energy can neither be destroyed nor created. It's really just transmuted and repurposed. And we are all connected. We are all part of the universe. So our body is always replenishing, our skin's replenishing, our hair's always growing, our bones are always strengthening, and we're always healing and replenishing. And as is all in nature, it's a cycle of death, rebirth, renewal, death, rebirth, cycle. And in October, in the fall, it's a time that we let go and we let fall away all the things that no longer serve us. And the veil is very thin between, the heavens and the earth, and the spirit worlds and our world. And there's heightened sensitivities, and it's the month of Halloween, and there's an enhanced recognition of ancients and elders and ancestors and spirits and spirit guides and angels, whatever you believe in. That's a whole different conversation. But energetically, fall is a time to release and let go of all the things that no longer serve us. So today, when I had that wave of emotion, excuse me, it triggered to me that I still had healing to do, that I had to let go of some things, and that I need to really focus on forgiveness and detachment so that I can move on from that experience and welcome nourishment and abundance and happiness, and open up the space to allow for new happy opportunities and welcoming opportunities, as opposed to carrying around any burden of things that don't serve me. So that sad event that happened in the past that I was so quickly reminded in that moment, it's still lingering inside. So I need to really analyze that. I think I'm going to journal on it and let it out, and really just put some thought and forgiveness into it, and maybe do a little candle ceremony and write it down and set it aflame. I'll burn it to let it transmute and dissipate and release it through ceremony. Whatever works for you. Journaling is good to get it out. Meditate on it and not feel any need to carry that around anymore. Because past burdens, I can't change them. I can only learn from them and move forward and open myself up for new opportunities and new abundance and new blessings to come in, and to learn from the past and not make those mistakes again, or have those kinds of experiences again. Because if we don't break patterns and if we don't recognize habits, we're destined to make continued repeats of those circumstances. So, I don't know, maybe it was a message of deja vu, that I need to be aware of something in the future. I'm not sure yet, but it definitely like surprised me. So if you find yourself with like a feeling of melancholy or a feeling that you're triggered and brought back, like analyze, take a moment and analyze and figure out like what healing needs to happen. And does it need to be released and forgiven and detached so that you're no longer carrying that around? Because you don't have to carry all those burdens around with you. Learn to forgive, learn to heal, and learn to let go. So you can allow levity and fresh space for new blessings to come in. So I didn't let it ruin the rest of my day. I acknowledged it. I said, wow, that was something. But then I shifted my energy to positively and consciously make a decision to like focus on productive, positive, uplifting and enlightening things to get me out of that negative energy. So if you recognize it, be deliberate about what you shift your focus on next. You don't want to stay dwelling in that negative, lower vibration. You want to bring yourself back up and consciously break the patterns. So you can have a moment that catches you by surprise, but don't let it dictate the rest of your day. So it's just a brief little 101 snippet on energy healing and energy management, and a sneak peek of what Reiki includes. And I hope this is interesting for you. Have a great day. Bye.